Oh, I can import a bunch more steel. Interesting. Meanwhile, my marine forces are demolishing over here. How are you doing for manpower? 120,000. Okay. My supplies of everything is getting a lot better. I could reduce the number of guns I'm producing, except for the fact that I am exporting those. You know what? I'm going to export you some more guns. We are going to go up to 70% gun exports. Let me just double check your convoys. 248, you should be fine. Excellent. What do you call the Amtrak that's live streaming itself over the internet? Amtrak. Naval invade the legation cities while their fleet is gone. Well, my marines are a little bit busy at the moment. I want to resurrect the Dutch East Indies because they're basically a free manpower pool in this region for me. After that, going after legation's not a bad idea, though. 0 out of 25? Macau is the only legation city. Oh, they've fully... Fentiang absorbed them. So Japan was just left with Macau. Too late, can't. I think we should go after the Philippines, though. Good source of chromium. Macau really doesn't have anything valuable in it. All of their factories are gone. Yeah, Philippines has more stuff. Not even getting any part of Indonesia. This is all territory which Japan is now not holding on to. The Australasian government, pursuing a revanchist policy, has gone after the... This is the Anderson Doctrine. Australasia is really asking for a punch, aren't they? Australasia cancelled the non-aggression. Are they coming for us? I mean, this is free real estate down here. And Rommel is currently not doing anything. I think that we have a free space in our schedule. If you really wish to have this Barney, Australasia. It's probably not going to end well for you, though. Just saying. Germany declared war on Georgia. Sweet Georgia. They do have a fairly large fleet. Not a huge army, but a big fleet. You know what? I'm going to get you facing off against Fentiang. Oh, I can do that. Huzzah. Alright, yeah, you just sit here and just build up your planning prep. Phenomenal. And Germany wants to call me in against Georgia. Fine. And here it is, Grand Battle Fleet. The last one. Battleship Organization, Super Heavy Battleship Organization, Cruiser Organization, AA, Capital Ship Attack, and Mine Laying. Go. The fall of Sacramento. Union forces have been fighting long, difficult skirmishes with the Californian conscripts across the Rockies. Today, their efforts came to an end as they finally descended upon the city of Sacramento after a large-scale assault across the American River. And yeah, PSA are definitely looking like a very former glimmer of themselves. AUS has got over 1 million. Ooh, naval invasion. Of random islands. Yeah. take a non-aggression with South Africa, sure. Huey Long was elected president, yes. Meanwhile, we've got 1,000 mechanized, so we can definitely remove one of those and replace you with mechanized. Boom. How is Europe? I strongly suspect... Oh no. Not stalemate. The Germans broke through. Even before Spain joined. And here we are, the last of the land doctrines. Boom. So the fact that Huey Long was legitimately elected president, is that going to make their, like, rebuilding easier?
Achtung! Achtung!
Yeah, we do need to get radio at some point. That feels like sailing, which I don't want to do. Surabaya, you'll do. And we're going to say that our naval invasion... No, I don't like it. Enemy supremacy 0. There's a little bit here. 0, 0. Escort efficiency, sweetness. We're immediately catching a bunch of their subs again. Oh no, these are Dutch East Indies. Cool. New technology. We want more construction slots, please. Okay, so the Marines should actually be safe attacking through here. So we absolutely can go from Surabaya to Darwin. Just one of those arrows not showing up. Darwin. There we go, that's better.
Alright. Angetreten.
4 divisions won't be enough. Yeah, I know. 4 divisions is enough to get me in the door. And the 14 are the ones who are really going to do the hard hitting. Found another Japanese navy. Speaking of Japanese navies, do any of you have any further skills? You're getting very close to needing your promotions, which is good. And escorts... No. You're going to get inshore fighters soon. which is good. Then what's this? Ah, you're still refitting. Do you actually have ships or dockyards assigned? You do. It'll take you through to August, but that's fine. Yeah, I know the Marines are drilling. They were low on experience. They're not attacking right now. And yes, I know I still have the ordinary artillery with the Marines. I do need to replace that with SPGs, but we're still building more.
Angetreten.
I bet that I need to have you in a separate unit.
Bereit. Bereit.
You're going to have the infantry experts. You're going to have the cavalry. You're not going to be responsible for that, but you are responsible for protecting stuff. I'm going to move you here. This is going to be the police. And your job is going to be just resistance eradication. So our ports are still underwhelmingly guarded. I'm aware of this. There's not a lot I can do about it. I just want to make sure that I have enough police forces. Because like I said, I am adopting the Dutch East Indies policy of protecting my lands. And that's by doing it with submarines. Convert some of the light tanks to SPGs. Yeah, we do have a lot of light tanks now. Do it. Production suddenly doubles. Okay, next. Going after Yunnan would mean going after Fentiang, which I really don't want to do. I think it's time for the Australasian Marines, Singapore factory, and then the jungle bonuses. With our unique situation on the globe, we naturally focus more on the Marines, more than any other nation, with the Australasian Marines in particular being known for their hard and fast amphibious assaults. We should further provide training to ensure they are at the cutting edge. In fact, we've got full complement of submarines. Still want more, but we have a full complement. Ah, and we can either go up in manpower, service by requirement, which right now I don't think we need to do. We can get the Chief of Staff, which will be the School of Commandos, which gives our special forces the extra attack and defense. I think that's what we want. Which means that our special forces now have a plus 45% attack. Ooh, that's rather nice. How's the fleet doing? I think they're having it pretty quiet at the moment. The Japanese aren't really encroaching here anymore. They've kind of given up on their attacks. And we have all of our heavies now. There it is, the first of the spare subs. So we're going to do that. I'm going to build just 4 more submarines, and then we're going to switch to something else. Probably more destroyers, because we're going to need more destroyers to protect the Blucher. And I'm also aware of the fact that we don't have a huge recon fleet. So we could definitely do with some more light cruisers, especially for recon. Repairs happen automatically. But yeah, you're right, I should repair those. And how many police did you say you needed?
Befehle.
I think it was 10, right? 8. Oh, you only need 2 more. Okay, I can build that. That can happen. And then I could get a whole bunch of the really, really light infantry units, which I was building, which was these guys, to defend more of the ports. Let's do that. Stop building so much motorized. You still have 1,000. It's not that I'm building a lot of motorized, it's just I'm not using a lot. We only have 1 factory building it. And it is still needed for hospitals and things. However, I do think I want AA. I'm going to bring in support AA companies. Because I don't think I'm going to have the capacity or specifically the manpower for air forces. So we're going to drop you. Not that much. We'll drop you by that. 3 dockyards. Cool. I want more destroyers, please. The T3s. Go. Collapse of the Pacific States. It appears the Pacific States government is on its last legs. Boom. American Union State took 15 states. Pacific States of America have been defeated. And that is true. I do have enough. Where are they? Keep forgetting which units they are. Mechanized. Remove. And how are we doing for SPGs? We still have a shortage. The end of the American Civil War, the Second American Civil War, the bloodiest conflict to ever descend on the New World, is over. And as sobbing widows bury their dead husbands and sons, the old regime falls, and the conservative and reactionary American Union State raises its flag above Washington. Good.
Alright.
Australasian Marines. Expand the Singapore detachment. While our Marines are fierce and hardy, they are limited in number. We should seek to expand the size of our Marine forces. Oh, I can't do war prop. Oh, yes, I can. We just don't have the political power for it. Playing Shandong and the other monster, and I have 12 million free manpower, 7 million in the armor, and a volunteer only. Thanks, Poet. Really appreciate that. Can I update my tanks? Probably. And I probably will once we've got the werewolf gorillas.
Ihre Befehle.
So, what's the next offensive going to be? Yeah, it does need to be the Philippines. Surprisingly little Japanese presence here. I'm wondering, can you reach this? Not really. Not with your current numbers. In that case, I'm going to keep this locked off. Kaiser Wilhelm II is dead. Kaiser Wilhelm, the German Emperor, has died of pulmonary embolism in his home today. One of the last monarchs of the 19th century, Wilhelm II tried his best to continue the legacy of the European greatness and world leadership of that era. He initiated a policy of Weltpolitik in Germany which bore fruit after the Weltkrieg, as Germany became the foremost power of the world. He was the last leader of the old school, a bulwark against radicalism, a rallying point in war, a stable leader in unstable times. Landwasserschlepper! We have it! It is ours! And can't get that one until 43, but what I can get is the basic amphibious tank. I know we were talking about upgrading tanks, but I think I actually want to do this one first. And now, we need to build some. By some, I mean actually quite a few. Let's do this. And they're actually relatively cheap. Don't need as much steel. Alright then. Huey Long imprisoned, executed in coup. News from Louisiana is the newly victorious US President Huey Long is dead. This appears to be a successful coup by his own members of the America First Party, who have galvanized ever further against any socialist thought in recent months. Details of the coup itself are only sparsely reported, but a recording of Huey Long confessing to being a syndicalist on the eve of his execution has widely been circulated. The interim government, led by the American Legion commander William Pelly, promised the public it will end syndicalist incursion into American institutions. Martial law has resumed over the nation, and we can assume the press coming out of America will be censored from now on. I highly doubt Pelly can fix America. Are they going to have another civil war? No. Both Every Man a King and the Stable Kaiser have died in one go. Yeah. Ah, more free dockyards. Good. And we just got the Grand Battle Fleet. Magnificent. I want more destroyers, because we are clearly going to need more coverage. Was that saying that you've been... Oh, no, you haven't. 17th of August. Soon, my precious. Soon. And then we do have another new technology. This one can be for the tank upgrade. Now, here's the question. Do I want to continue with light tanks, or do I want to switch to mediums? I think I probably want mediums. Might as well. And they're going immediately for back on the world stage. Well, that's good for Germany. Except this guy seems to be super aggro, so I wouldn't be surprised if they go for Manifest Destiny. So what is Japan doing now? Naval reform. Oh, hey, Chief Code Red. Yes, this is Kaiserreich. Central America has capitulated, with the 8th has announced the cowardly Central American nation could no longer withstand the pressure from the overwhelming presence of Canadian forces. Meanwhile, the attack across here, going pretty well for Austria. The German encroachment seems to have ended, but wow, they're getting close to Paris. Impressive. And Spain still hasn't joined. That's something we have to look forward to. It does in fact look like Australasia is not coming after us, so I am going to cancel my marine current plans. And I think we're going to go for the Philippines. Although part of the reason I was not going to go for the Philippines is because they still have naval superiority here. but it would definitely be easier coming across the China Sea. So we're going to set you up to go from here to here. Actually, I think I prefer going to Manila, because then I can really cut them off.
Achtung!
What is going on? Keeps cancelling orders. You to Manila. Batangas. Northern. Moved again. Let's try Batangas. Then the one north of Manila. What is going on?
Angetreten.
Oh, that's brave. Right, pause. Here, Batangas. Here, it's because I'm clicking on the line, that's why. Yep, that's what was happening. I understand now. Cool.
Achtung!
We got there. Now, we have a massive stockpile of light tanks, and I will be phasing the light tanks out. SPGs are going to be useful more for longer. And there it is, werewolf gorillas. So what was it I needed to... Ooh. Ooh, ho, ho, ho. Hello, Soviet Union. Soviet Russia declared war on the Russian Republic. That is great news for me. Because guess whose side the Russian Republic are on? Japan's. And that means Japan is now going to get distracted by the Soviets. That's probably some of the best news we could have had. That's excellent. Okay, cool. What's cool is the fact that Japan never attacked our Chinese possessions. It's because I've had a garrison here all along. They probably did attack. Yeah, these guys have got a little bit of experience. Not a huge amount, and he doesn't have any experience, so maybe they didn't. But I did have a garrison here the entire time, especially in Tsingtao. Time to invade Finting, take back the 7 provinces. Yeah, that would be really tempting.
Befehle.
They keep on going after my convoys, but thankfully I've got a huge escort fleet this time. Fool me once, Japan. Fool me once. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, fight my destroyer fleet! Right, 41. Fuel, sure. Although we are at full fuel, which means I can reduce the amount of fuel I'm importing, which is a good thing because they're running out. Let's drop it by 2. And then increase the amount of steel we're buying, because apparently we need that instead. Add SPGs to the Viking Marines, they already got them. Oh, instead of these, right, yeah. Yes, we should do that. Remove, remove. Armoured, no. Don't want to pay the extra. Light SP, light SP.